This time on Roadkill, we are doing it dirty with diesel. We broke like everything in this 12-valve, fixed it twice, and brought it out for a grudge match with this guy. And it went really well.
Oh yeah, it did.
For somebody. Stay tuned.
Right now, we're in Houston, Texas at Extensive Metalworks, the home of the show Texas Metal, because, well, my name is Mike Finnegan, and I have a mini truck problem. Last year, an old friend of mine, Alex, who now works at Extensive, had this 85 Toyota mini truck with a 22R engine, a 4-speed manual trans, and adjustable suspension, and he was looking to unload it. Me, thinking I needed another mini truck in my life, bought it but never picked it up. One thing led to another, and now it's 6 months later, I've finally decided it's time to pick this thing up and road trip it home. But being the addict that I am, I also purchased the most random car ever from another friend, a Ford 71 Torino station wagon that's been Cummins swapped, is making almost 300 horsepower, and has a trailer hitch. The Torino is also now sitting in Texas, so in my Finnegan wisdom, I figure what better way to get them both home cheaply than to have an old-fashioned road trip trailering the mini truck behind the Torino. Because everything always goes smoothly when you do that, right? I call up Tony Angelo, asked if he wants to go, knowing he's got a little diesel love in him, and right now he's on a plane headed his way to meet me at Houston Raceway Park. Why is he meeting me at a drag strip, you ask? Well, I also foolishly texted a picture of the Cummins Torino to my buddy Cletus McFarland of YouTube and Burnout fame, and he immediately challenged me to a race against his Cummins swapped 65 Ford Galaxy, because that's what you do when two friends have Cummins swapped Fords. So seeing he's not that far from where we're headed anyway, I said, sure, why not? And he's like, hell yeah, brother. And so it's on. Make sense?
And in the meantime, I'm gonna test drive my new truck, because this is the first time I've ever actually seen it in person.
Let's go for a ride. Oh man, it's been a long time since I had a mini truck. All right, off the ground we go. Ooh, look at that. Let's go for a test drive.
It's just like my first mini truck. This is a 2.4 liter 4-banger. It's got dual Weber carburetors, an LC Engineering distributor, a Hedman header. These trucks from the factory had a torsion bar front suspension. All of that stuff's been thrown out, and in its place are a set of airbags. This truck can sit flat on the ground when you release all the air out of it. Damn, that looks cool. It doesn't make any sense, but it looks cool. Look, Tony Angelo is here.
Hi, everybody.
Fresh off the plane.
Yeah.
Today we're at Houston Raceway Park here in Houston, Texas, and we're gonna start this trip out by finding how slow is our tow vehicle and our tow-e mini truck, and then we're gonna head to Nacogdoches, Texas to hop up the Fummins before we go to Florida and kill Cletus McFarland's Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just that simple, nothing will go wrong. So my buddy Merlin Johnson built this Torino wagon. You're gonna love it because he's a Cummins guy. Not a lot of stuff done to it, but it does have the good 47RH automatic overdrive trans with lockup converter.
It's got a 12-valve.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Look at that. Intercooled,
Oh, wow.
and you don't get any practice in it. We're just gonna go drag racing right now. You drive this, I drive the mini truck, I win, you shed a single tear, and then we road trip and fix it up.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, ready?
Can't ever just go racing.
Don't be scared.
All right.
What? It's doing it. No way. It's got one wheel pills, folks.
All right, I don't know. This car might not be fast.
All right, mini truck. Go, truck. Come on, truck. Oh, no, he's passing me. Come on, mini truck.
Later, nerd. weird. Give me more gears.
Ah, come on! He is driving out of my life.
I'm out. Oh, this is definitely terrifying.
Woo! I didn't even use all 4 gears.
Woo!
I don't know how fast that was, but it wasn't good.
Now that I'm driving, I'll get a feel for this thing. Left is the converter, right is overdrive.
I just ran an 1869 at 69 miles an hour. Tony ran a 1716 at 78 miles an hour. So more RPM at the launch. Oh, spin the tire. Oh no, I spun the tires bad and he's driving out of my life again. Wait, what's happening? Why am I passing him? What is going on?
No!
Am I gonna win? Yes! Oh, I hope he didn't break it. We kind of need his car to run since that's the one we're using to race Cletus.
I hate losing. If you don't have a governor spring in your Cummins, you'll run out of RPM. Fuel will turn off. Your transmission will never kick into the next gear. That's what happened to us there. And man, it got us good.
We'll go one more time because it's tied up. I just went 1844 and Tony ran 1863. Go, car. Go, little mini truck. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling away.
I might have broke this thing.
Woohoo! Oh my goodness. The mini truck smoked the wagon twice in a row.
Just doesn't want to shift anymore.
Tony slowed down to a 1940 while I ran an 1803. Dude, we nearly ran a 17. Yeah, this is what victory looks like right here.
I might have broke this.
Ha-ha!
You saw the first one though, right?
I don't remember the first one. I just remember the other 2.
Doesn't really like this shift. I ran a 17.
Did you break it, Tony?
I don't know yet. So here's what's happening. If a Cummins motor isn't allowed to rev up, they actually start to defuel at like 2200, 2300 with the stock, everything in there.
Okay.
And then not shift and like hold gear. That's what happened the second time. When I backed off, then it went into third, and then we went off again. You can either do governor springs in the fuel control pump,
right?
Or you can do valve springs and go like to 3,800, 4,000, but you at least got to get it up to $3,000.
It's not broken then.
I don't think it's broke.
Okay.
I don't think it's broke.
Even if it is, we have the pieces to fix it.
It's gonna be fine.
They're just 2 hours north in Nacogdoches. So let's load this on the trailer.
Yeah.
Put it behind this and drag the 2 all the way to Nacogdoches and then work on this.
Totally.
All we were trying to do was get a truck home, and then that turned into grudge racing in Florida instead of mini trucking home to Georgia. And here's where it's all gonna go sideways. We have a Torino wagon with a home-built hitch and a rental trailer. Watch this. I'll get this, you drive the mini truck on.
All right.
We have the wrong drawbar on there. We haven't even put the truck on yet, and it's sacking out the rear of the car. Whoop. Oh, we lowered it. Okay, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm afraid the tires are gonna just get slashed by the wheel wells.
See the front here? How it's like this, sailing? The front steers the car around and it brakes, makes the car stop. So we're not gonna have those 2 important things.
Well, let's not be greedy. I mean, you want stopping and turning and moving. I mean, oh God, I think it sank down some more. See if you can make it to the shack over there with the air chuck, and let's see if that Schrader valve in the back of the car does anything. Maybe we got some like factory installed air shocks on here or something. It's rolling.
No problem.
That's a start. Step 1, car roll. Oh, it's rubbing.
Whoa!
Oh, it's rubbing.
Mama.
Sorry, tire. See the hose laying on the ground? Oh man. I have excellent news. What we got over here to the fuel shack, found an air hose, and we found a Schrader valve in the back of the car that when we hooked the hose to the Schrader valve, as if by magic, the car lifted up a full 2 inches, giving us just enough clearance to drive right now to a parts store to get things we need. I guess it's got air shocks on there somewhere, which is awesome. I don't know, this might work, dude. Maybe a pair of tires.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
That's awesome.
Feels so much better now.
I literally couldn't believe it.
Oh, dude, it's better.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the Pork Chop Express.
That's pretty good. Oh, God. We're just going to get on a highway with construction zones? Oh, boy.
It's getting its swerve on.
It really is moving around a lot.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's nose down. But the back of the car is so low, and the front end is so light right now.
Front end is very light.
The trailer is wagging the dog right now. This is not gonna be good. Let's get off and flip the truck around on the trailer. That is good save.
Got out on the highway, and it starts dancing around. We're gonna flip, put the engine on the other side of the trailer, and hopefully get a little bit less tongue weight. See if that works.
On the bright side, we did come up with a name for the wagon. The Pork Chop Express.
What?
That wasn't me. I think if the trailer was level and the car was level, this would be wrong. You wouldn't put the car on backwards. But because neither one of these things are level.
Nope, no. This thing is swaying left and right like crazy. Anytime we go over 45, and we got a ball hitch that basically pushed this thing up about 5 inches on the trailer. Got some trailer tires now at this tire shop. They're gonna put them in the back. Trailer tires are 10-ply. They can hold a ton of weight, so they should be able to take that load a lot better. Either way, it's mega sketchy and terrifying to drive.
We'll try this again. Nacogdoches. Let's go.
Here we go, hold on.
What's that noise?
Do something.
What's that noise? Oh, there we go.
Find a gear.
Oh, there we go. Shifted.
All right, we're approaching 50.
Seems better.
I think it is.
Last night was super sketchy,
Yeah.
but we're here in Nacogdoches, Texas at One Way Diesel Performance. We're gonna hop up the engine and the trans today.
Yeah.
Then keep on trucking all the way to Florida and break it off in Cletus. Yesterday, as we were leaving Extensive Metalworks, we meet this dude, Chase, and his dad. All they do is hop up diesel trucks, specifically Cummins 12-valve diesel trucks. They had a speed shop full of used parts. This is Chase. He owns the place. And we have a solid plan for not only beating Cletus, but making him feel really bad, because there's nothing worse than getting drugged by a station wagon that just towed a mini truck all the way to the racetrack.
We definitely need to ditch the VE pump, go to a P pump, head studs, valve springs, injectors, and a turbo, and a transmission that'll back this thing up.
Got some faith in this dude. Let's get it going. Chase is working on swapping the old rotary VE pump over to the Bosch P pump, which is way better for performance. The pump itself is actually indexed to the camshaft through this crazy set of gears, pulled on the side of the motor. Not only does it deliver fuel, it also pumps it under crazy high pressure. It does just about everything. It's almost like a full mechanical fuel injection. So I'm about to yank off this O2 stock turbo, which is extra small, and stock manifold, which is too small and doesn't flow that well, but worked great for a daily driver. We're gonna do stiffer valve springs. You absolutely have to do when you raise the rev limit of this thing. Stock, they only rev to like 2,500. We're trying to go to like 5,000, so double it. I'm just pulling off these rocker assemblies. These motors are super industrial. They're overbuilt. They're incredibly easy to work on. Everything is modular, like this whole rocker assembly comes off with one piece. It's super simple. We've got the old VE pump yanked out. These things are tiny. They come in the early motors. They don't have any potential really for horsepower.
Baddest pump you can get VE style. It's 260 cc's.
Yeah. This is the Bosch P pump. It is a way gnarlier system. It's timed with your engine. It runs off the front here. Basically, it pumps boom, 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 each one as they need to fire. So it's a whole complete, gnarly, comprehensive system, and you're gonna do what to it?
So we're gonna take and add, upgrade the governor springs in it, delivery valves, Mac rack plug, obviously play with the fuel plate and the AFC in it.
Yeah.
And set the timing and then adjust the barrels on it. So we'll get the most we possibly can out of this thing.
The intercooler Coming out.
So I'm working on putting in a new governor spring that's going to allow this thing to spin faster. Basically, you take out these weak springs and then just put in a beefed up version and get rid of a bunch of little stuff inside. Chase is putting in the delivery valves in here and what's called a rack plug at the back.
So we're taking this factory nozzle off and installing this performance nozzle here. This is a 5x18. This is going to increase a lot more fuel quantity in the cylinder.
More fuel, more power. So after lunch now, we had some killer local barbecue, then a head stud broke. So Chase is furiously trying to get that thing out of there so we don't have to pull the head off because there's no head gaskets in about a 3-hour radius that we actually like. And we're trying to pull this camshaft out without taking the whole front end of the car off. And we got it all the way out until it hit the bumper, and now we're trying to just lift the front of the motor up enough till we can squeeze it through the grill. All good stuff.
Just pull it out. So there you go. Oh no, there's one more.
There's one more.
Yeah!
Nice.
Because we have tried to remove the head stud that broke various different ways, leaving the head on it, and it's not going to happen. So we had a crazy ambitious list of stuff to do, and now we have to pull the cylinder head off. Yeah. Let's go. Right now, it's not looking great. Hold up. We get some wires and stuff.
Man, I have great news. Now we can get to the broken stud that's in our engine block. As soon as we get that out, new head gasket, put the cylinder head back on, and keep on trucking with our giant turbo and bigger intercooler and all those things we need to wire and plumb and weld. And we're not leaving tonight. We might have to abandon that trailer and truck behind us in order to get there on time, though.
You know.
Sorry, mini truck.
Whatever it takes, Cletus. So after several attempts to drill and extract this head bolt, didn't happen. I'm going to lay a nut on top of it, blast the middle with the MIG welder, and fill up enough metal that the nut on top connects with that head bolt and twist it out.
Come on, baby. I think it might be going, dude. This is working.
Just lay that nut on top, zapped it hard with a bunch of weld, and we're all good. Lift.
Ah!
It's out. You guys can have that bolt for free. Keep that.
High five.
Boom. That feels good. Camshafts in, oil pumps in, everything's indexed to top dead center. We've got this thing set to top dead center with this little pin that goes in the side. We're gonna slide it in there. Now we've got a P-pump, 12 valve. It's the best. It's finally time to put the cylinder head back onto our 12 valve Cummins. It's freezing in Texas, it's 39 degrees here. We've got one bullet heater warming the block up, and the head is sitting in front of another heater, just so that everything goes together nice and warm. The guys at One Way Diesel say that they spray copper spray right on the block, so I'm gonna do what they say in their house. And it's finally all gonna go back together, and we can start doing turbo and get the trans fixed up, and also some more fun performance stuff. Look, I'm not building a daily driver here, son. Booyah. Right, now to put on the world's heaviest cylinder head. Good? Boom, it's just that easy. You just need 4 strong dudes to put the cylinder head on. No big deal.
It's Thursday. We are 2 days away from racing Cletus. We're still in Texas. The racetrack in Florida got rained out, so we're now going to Arkansas to have this race. Our car is still not ready because we've had nothing but disasters. We broke a head stud yesterday while torquing it. We pulled the cam out to change some things, and we put the cam back in. We forgot to put the retainer back in, so then the cam had to come back out today. And Tony is now torquing the head studs, and we're cringing every time he pulls this thing because the dudes here are saying, go 160, and we're like, 160 is a lot. All right, let's go 130, and we just wimped out. I think we're trying to go to 125
125, man. One of them got real hairy about 115. That's fine.
Scary.
All
right, that one's good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now we can move on. We still have to fabricate turbo piping for our bigger turbo. We still have to pull the trans out, put a bigger input shaft in it. We're doing whatever we can to make this thing happen and finish our car.
Upon closer investigation and inspection of this tow setup, the hitch, I think we're gonna bail out on towing the truck anymore.
the whole hitch is moving because it's lightweight. It's like if there's class 4, 3 hitches, this is class half. Like
Half class.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna cut the exhaust out, then we'll take the trans out because that will be the very first thing that explodes once we send it with 800 horsepower worth of Cummins.
Trans coming out. Here we go. We're gonna upgrade the turbo. We have this big, old, beautiful exhaust housing on the new one, feeding this enormous compressor and make way, way more horsepower. I'm ready to rock. We're gonna put it on. We've got to fit a new intercooler, all new piping, and get that all figured out.
This is awesome. How big is that turbo?
It's a 67 millimeter.
How big was the old one?
It's a 57 millimeter.
Nice.
The turbine of this is an 83 turbine, so it's like double the size of it. So.
With the larger turbo, the modified P-pump, bigger fuel delivery valves, and new head bolts, Chase has informed us that we should be taking our Cummins wagon from 300 horsepower to somewhere between 800 and 850 horsepower. Yeah, buddy.
This is an air-to-air intercooler, and it didn't belong to us until about 30 minutes ago when Clay took it out of his drift car and gave it to us for the Pork Chop Express. This is gonna end up above the grill, and we're not gonna have a hood again, just so I can hurry up and plumb all this together so we can go racing. That seems like a good spot for quickly plumbing hoses. If I had any pride or time right now, it would be down here and you'd never even see it. It would be amazing, but I'm all out of pride and time. Is there oil in this motor?
Yes, I checked it.
800 horsepower.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There it is.
Where did it spit oil from?
Everywhere. The exhaust, I think the valve train.
No,
like,
this is coming out of the valves, no?
It's very responsive. Did you see that?
Sounds sick.
that is rowdy. I love it. I can't breathe.
Woo! This thing fired up. It sounds nuts. I have never heard a diesel sound so snappy and awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was rowdy, and the turbo's not even plumbed to the motor
It
yet.
sounds bananas.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got some more work to do.
Yeah. Trans back in, intercooler plumbed, but we can go ahead and put the valve covers on, get it hot, and then pull it back down, torque it, do the valve lash again.
All right, it's enough talking. Let's get to work. All right, so Tom at One Way Diesel would not let us stick this stock transmission back, so he went through it and did a bunch of upgrades. He did a billet input shaft, redid the clutch packs, but the biggest thing we're actually gonna do here is we've got donated by my buddy Phil Taylor at DPC, that's Diesel Performance Converters, a quad disc billet converter with a 2,800 RPM stall speed. That means when I launch this thing at 2,800 RPMs, it's gonna be full of boost and way into the power band. So it's gonna take off like a rocket. Then mid-track, I will flip the converter lockup switch, which is gonna connect the engine directly to the transmission and make sure that all that diesel power and torque gets crammed right to the wheels, and we'll rocket this thing down the track. So I'm gonna throw that in as soon as Mike is done with these charge pipes. We stayed late last night, put the transmission back in, finished up the turbo plumbing. We have to race tomorrow, several hundred miles away.
But first, we have to get the axles out, which we haven't been able to do because we didn't have a slide hammer. And then when we bought a slide hammer, it didn't work. This Chinesium slide hammer attachment doesn't actually fit the studs on our freaking axles. So now I had to modify this just to put this on, just to remove it. So our modified tool is on the axle, and now, with any luck, the slide hammer will take them out, and then we can weld our spider gears in our differential together and have two-wheel peels when we're drag racing.
Yeah, you're good. It moved for sure.
All right. Now we can take the diff out. Chocolate.
We've got the Ford 9-inch center section dragged out of this thing. And these are super beefy diffs. They're awesome. People put them in their drag cars. I have one in my Cuda. You have one in your 55. They just kill. But this one only spins one tire, and that's not going to take the abuse of this big, bad smoke wagon.
Yeah, no sense in putting 800 horsepower with a Cummins in there if you're only going to have one tire hooked to the ground. So
yeah. We are going to weld the spider gears together. Normally they're exposed, but this is extra beefy. They're all encased. We got to tear it apart.
ha!
There they are. Dudes.
Hey, you're on fire, yo.
No kidding. Give me a hand there.
Get rid of the rag.
Thanks for a heads up, camera guys. I was just standing in fire, and our camera guys are like, this is gonna be a great shot.
It's almost out.
So we've got the 9-inch that I welded up, the center section's back in. Just about everything under here is done. I'm putting the wheels and tires that were originally on here back on because no more towing. It's about high-speed hauling on the highway now. Car's coming down for the last time. All we've got to do now is fill up the various fluids, torque the head hot, set the valve latch hot, and go bananas.
Let's do this.
Yeah, you ready?
Yes, sir.
This is so exciting, dude.
Yeah!
Oh my God!
Oh, Al Gore is gonna be pissed.
Dude. I can't even see, dude.
It sounds gnarly. You have to ease it, like.
I got it. Oh my God.
Okay, wait, roll up your window because it's coming in the car.
Look behind us.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. You just stopped traffic.
Oh boy. All right.
All right, turn around and go back.
It's probably low on fluids. Take it right up here on this back row.
Feels insane.
Now, spool it.
Oh, there we go.
Did the converter lock in?
I think so.
Try it. Feel it. Give it gas. Nope. Dadgummit. All right. So we don't lock into the third. That sucks.
Why's that?
We need to order another valve body plate. We didn't have it in time. Yeah, don't do that. It has no control. It's just full fuel.
Got it.
So just be very timid with it.
Wait, once it loads it, it's going.
That's what we needed to do right off the line, though.
We might have broke it.
Bringing it back.
We blew the head gasket.
Oh, dude. There's oil coming everywhere down the block.
That's not good.
Well, that was fun and short-lived. We're out on the road, ripping it up. Thing sounds great. It makes more smoke than I've ever seen in my entire life. And then, catastrophe. It just nuked the head gasket. There is oil everywhere, just running down the side of this engine block.
I did break it officially, but I barely hit the gas in it.
I turned around and you had stopped traffic.
Yeah, it was
No, you like,
awful.
you
It
were
was
that guy,
insane.
dude. He was worried about that stock style head gasket to begin with.
Yeah. Pull it in and start pulling the head off, I guess.
Hope we didn't hurt anything in the engine.
I heard a little rattle.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, we need to get it in the shop.
I figured out what happened. As soon as we left the parking lot, Wreck-It Ralph Tony went straight to the wood, blew the head gasket. I looked back, I saw a bunch of white smoke accompanying the black smoke,
And what that was all the coolant from the radiator going straight into the cylinders and bending all of these push rods. And why do they bend? Because you can't compress water. Water goes into the cylinder, fills it up, the piston comes up, the valve's shut, it won't compress, it's got nowhere to go, it finds the weak point, which are these push rods, and bends them. And then hopefully, this is all you kill. You don't hammer the piston, the connecting rod down into the bearings on the crankshaft. So we went out into the truck graveyard, got some straight push rods. We'll put these back in. We'll put a better head gasket in there. We'll O-ring the cylinder head. This is not gonna happen again.
We've got the head off this thing in about 20 minutes. Chase didn't want us to run this head gasket anyway. He was like, it's gonna blow up. And then it blew up immediately.
That's all we could find, though. That's for a stock engine.
Yeah.
We just shoved an unknown quantity of boost down the throat of this engine.
I don't know how much it was, but I know it was a whole lot.
Yeah, we don't even have gauges. What we're gonna do now is not only upgrade the head gasket, but we're also going to O-ring our cylinder head. That means we're gonna cut a groove around the chamber area in each section of the head that corresponds with the bore. Then we're gonna put a wire in there, and that wire, when the head presses down on the block, is going to dig into the head gasket, right? We're gonna get a better seal, we can throw more boost at it, we can go faster. And so Dwayne is here, because he's a master machinist. Dwayne has this awesome tool from BHJ Products. This is going to index on the bolt holes of the cylinder head and give him a guide for cutting the grooves into it. And I've never seen it done to a head, I've only seen it done to a block, so this is exciting for me. This is why I'm not bummed out about the fact that we blew up the motor today, because I'm gonna learn something. It's about 7 o'clock at night. We're supposed to be racing in 12 hours. We have a brand new head gasket. We have copper coated the deck surface of the block. Head goes on, head studs, turbo kit, fuel lines, everything.
We're good.
Holy crap, dude. We just top-ended the motor. We just slammed the whole thing back together. It just erupted into a volcano of, I don't know, diesel fuel? We're racing in 8 hours.
Oh boy. What a hot mess.
Yo, man, we upgraded your car for more speed.
It's well lubed now, dog. Looks like maybe we got some problems with those injectors that got modded up. They got hurt in the last saga of taking this thing out. Looks like only one of them has actual carbon on it. The rest are just wet fuel. So maybe just one cylinder is trying to fire off. We're gonna put a different set in and see what's up.
We just replaced all 6 injectors because it looked like 5 of them were just stuck wide open.
Hold on. Why does it go that way so easy?
It appears that our fuel pump timing slipped.
Since we popped the head gasket, we don't have any oil supply in the injection pump, so we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. And that's possibly hurt our injection pump, so we're trying to see what the deal is. It doesn't have a lot of volume, but it is getting oil. Usually when I take those off, it's full oil. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, keep going.
I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm like inside of an exhaust pipe. My eyes are burning. I can taste it in my mouth, in my hands. It's in my hair, it's in my nose. Look at the light.
I don't have any clean clothes left. Everything I own smells like diesel. Chase just sent us out in the woods to find another Bosch P-pump to replace the one he thinks is bad in our car.
Yep.
And we did that. We went scavenging. He's got another one stashed out here in the driver's seat of this truck. It was very fun. We got some fresh air.
Yeah, we did. All right, let's get to it.
We just took the P-pump. We swapped onto this thing at the beginning of this debacle out.
We got another one out of a truck in the yard. We're gonna put that in and see if that helps our problem.
Seems like when the timing's off on a gas motor.
What if the cam went flat? I don't know what to make of this. I mean, it's running, but
Don't like it.
it sounds horrible. This looks like Ghostbusters right here.
Yeah.
Like any minute now, Zool is gonna get us.
When it hydraulic, it probably pin off in the crank.
I didn't see that coming. We managed to hydraulic the motor, shear the woodruff key in the crankshaft, and spin the gear. So everything's out of time.
The cam and the crankshaft are no longer working together. They're off time.
Mm-hmm. But right now, we have a super sketchy solution to our last problem, and that is the gear on the crankshaft spun and broke the woodruff key. We can't fix that, but we can weld that back to the crankshaft so it won't spin again. Tony has already readjusted the cam timing, and I'm thinking this is it. Back up a little bit, just in case, you know, all the flammable liquids in the oil pan.
The whole car's covered in diesel fuel.
Yeah.
It's run.
That's a good sign right there. I don't know when we're sleeping. It's like 4 in the morning. We're supposed to be there in 4 hours. It's a 3-hour drive. We're right on schedule. Dudes, we made it. Prescott Raceway here in Arkansas overcame a whole lot of obstacles. Blown head gaskets, 2 sets of bent push rods, knocked the gear off the crankshaft, fixed all of that stuff, got the car running at about 4 a.m. and hauled Bud here to meet who? Cletus McFarland, because he's got a diesel-powered Galaxy
He sure does.
that he thinks is fast. We're about to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
It has beat Finnegan one time before, but same engine setup, 12-valve Cummins.
I was in a tow truck.
Yeah, that's true.
Not this time.
But we have the same engine setup now.
Yeah.
These are definitely very equitable. It's going to be great to see who's the better driver, right?
You got a way bigger turbo. I got nitrous, but I also have gelled up fuel.
Yeah.
I'm already hearing excuses.
I love it. I love it.
Best 2 out of 3, all right?
We'll see what happens.
All right,
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. May the best man win. Let's get it.
We got our nitrous ready.
Not an excellent burnout, but I guess he's going with that.
All right, let's take him down.
We'll get him.
Well, this is it. Round 1 of the Roadkill versus Cletus McFarland diesel grudge match. I got a good feeling about our ride. If it survives the first 60 feet, I think the Port Chalk Express can win this thing.
Come on, Galaxy. Been training.
Come on, Tony. This is good, but I think Cletus is out on him.
Let's go, Galaxy! Hell yeah!
We got smoked. I don't know how by much because we're grudge racing. There's no scoreboards here, but wind light in the right lane. Nitrous, we needed it. I wish we had more time to install it because as soon as Cletus grabbed the button, you could hear the RPM go up and you could hear the Galaxy take off. Maybe Tony can find a little more ET in the drive there. Maybe there's, you know, spool it some more, whatever.
Trans killed me. Didn't get into 3rd gear. We lost the first one. I got him at the light, chopped him down, got out, and I put it into what looked like D, but it didn't go. So I tried flipping overdrive, wouldn't go. Look at him.
We're good.
Yo, when you get out in front and somebody passes you, it's the worst feeling in the world. Woo! I'm coming for you, Cletus. Woo! It didn't go into third. I put it into what I thought was 3, and it was like, I put it into D. You gotta like, give it another click.
All right, so if you can get it in third and load the thing,
Yeah, we'll be in business.
we got a chance.
We got a chance.
You think you can get more?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, cool.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Pork Chop Express, no problems with traction. It hooks and books. Galaxy, not a lot of traction, and as soon as the converter locked and loaded the motor down, it just took off. We need a better hole shot. That's the only way we're winning this. Come on, Tony. Oh my God, look at it dance.
Pulling hard. I can't get this thing in a third gear.
We are way too heavy. We are not gonna win this race unless we do something.
Hell yeah! Galaxy takes the win. 2-0.
I'm gonna take the air filter off. I don't know why it's still on there.
Okay, take it off. Yeah, I cannot get this thing in a third gear, dude.
He was gone before then. All right, drastic measures, air filter off.
Oh.
All right, this has gotta help.
I get it. I'll get it now. I got it.
And if we can't win this third one, win the burnout contest or something, okay? I can't even see the tree. I don't care if we win this race or not. We just won the burnout contest. But it would be great if we could at least come close, you know? Come on, Tony.
Dude, I barely beat him. Woo! Still won.
No!
It's not a good look for us.
Whoa! Barely won that one.
Dude, you drove around him after he red lit. That was impressive.
He red lit, and then I messed up. I went into overdrive. I hit the overdrive switch in second gear. So when I shifted third, it went from second to fourth, and it like slammed the car and took off. Barely went around.
I'll buy you a beer or something. We don't have a trophy.
Who won the burnout contest?
Tony did.
Damn it!
Yeah.
No way.
That is his wheel set right there.
Yeah.
That's his house. I like that you had to get out of the car to turn it off.
What do you think?
All right, you got us for sure.
Pork Chop Express does burnouts though.
Yeah, it's
Hell yeah, dude. Your
That was
burnout was
super
hilarious.
And it lived. It's incredible.
It hit third gear that time. It was pretty good. He finally pulled out the end, but he's got us beat for sure.
I love and hate these motors because they are filthy when it goes wrong.
Oh, man.
But we bent 2 sets of push rods yesterday and spun the gear on the crank, and it's still alive.
Yeah, and we also hydro locked the whole motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like the worst. I feel good about it. I'm like, this is so fun, dude.
It was awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for
Awesome.
having me.
We're doing this again.
Yeah, rematch for
I'm
sure.
ready, dude. The Galaxy is ready.
Yeah.
So what did we really learn here? Well, when your friend challenges you to race the daily driver diesel that you only intended to tow your mini truck home with, 1, his car is probably already faster and going to win. 2, Tony will be an animal and stay up multiple nights in a row with you to make your diesel faster, only to break it, but then help fix it. And 3, you're totally gonna destroy your diesel Torino wagon, but have a heck of a time while doing it. And that's what you should be doing. Going out there and wrenching on something, trying something new, testing your limits and learning. We may not have beaten Cletus, but we did make the Torino faster, going from 18s in the quarter mile to probably around 13 seconds. And we added about 500 horsepower, making this thing into a huge, smoke-rolling burnout machine. But probably the best part of this is we made some new friends in Texas and had a blast even in our misery. So the next time a friend hits you up for an adventure, do it. Get out there and get busy living.
See you next time on Roadkill. There's a perfectly good Toyota sitting right behind you. I'm just saying, we might lose, but at least we'll get there. There will be no more brake clean or paper towels in this town. Smooth strokes, side to side. This is what diesel fuel is good for right here. Protecting the finish. That's not gonna rust. Look at the